One kiss was all it took to change everything. After 10 years of friendship, Mel and Adrian find themselves standing at the edge of something new, something terrifying, thrilling, and impossible to ignore. But can they risk their bond for love? Or will fear keep them apart forever? Welcome to Sleepy Stories, Midnight Tales, your go-to audiobook channel for heartwarming romance, thrilling adventures, and lighthearted humor. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit follow so you never miss out on another great story. And once you've finished listening, be sure to like and share with your friends. It helps support the channel and keeps the stories coming. Happy listening. Slow Burn is written by Miranda Scotti, narrated by Andrew and Hope.
Steam rising from the kettle, sunlight seeping in through the crack of my floral shades. My mint green tea timer resting on the kitchen counter, an empty bottle sitting next to it. The crisscross pattern on my gray wool socks. 5 things I can see. Standing in the kitchen, bleary-eyed and groggy, I brush a pile of curls off my forehead, rest my elbow against the cold Formica counter, rub the soft flannel of my pajama shirt, and finally tap my foot against the terrazzo. That's 4 things I can touch. Adrian pads his way into the kitchen behind me, gentle steps across the floor. The low rumble of the water whistles to a boil, then the clink of 2 glasses being placed in the sink sends my body and brain into a slow simmer of its own. 3 things I can hear. He stands beside me as he reaches over my head and pulls down 2 mugs from my creaky wooden cabinet. I don't turn my head to look at him. I'm still trying to ground myself from the anxiety spiral I'm in after last night, but I don't need to search far for 2 things I can smell. His earthy wood smoke and winter mint scent surrounds me as he places the mugs on the counter. He crosses the room toward the cupboard, presumably to retrieve my tea box.
What number are you on?
The fact that he knows me well enough to know I'm in coping mechanism mode brings me down another notch. There's still one of my senses left to find. I touch my fingertips to my mouth, where I can still taste the honey-sweet press of his kiss on my lips. Almost done. 5 slow breaths in and out, and I'm at least stable enough to turn and look at him now. I slowly face him as he shuffles back into my space bubble. "Are you wearing my robe?" He leans against the counter next to me, all sleep mussed and dreamy-eyed.
It's so cozy, Mel.
Despite the smoldering sensation brewing in my chest, I grin as I nod my head. I'm aware.
So are your slippers.
He says around a yawn, rubbing his right foot against my left. I glance down at my pale pink slippers covered in tiny strawberries. I thought those looked familiar. He dangles a tea bag in front of my nose, and I reach up to take it from him. I always smell my tea before settling it in my cup. His hand lingers on mine, and I tense at the contact, if only to resist snuggling into him. He gently squeezes before letting go. On a shaky inhale, I sniff the tea leaves and aroma of chamomile settles all the way in the center of my chest. Birdsong fills the air outside my kitchen window. He places his winter rooibos tea in his mug, and I busy myself, pouring water over them to let them steep. It's all so familiar, except for the unspoken tension that comes from kissing your best friend the night before. For Adrian's part, he's mellow as ever, the picture of contentment, standing here in my kitchen, wearing my robe and drinking my tea and unknowingly holding my heart in his hand.
So, are we going to talk about last night?
Nope, I say, far too quickly. I stare at the steam drifting up and away from my mug and reach for my tea timer, setting it for 7 minutes. He gently bumps his arm against my shoulder.
Come on, Mel.
I shiver at the contact, feeling off balance. I don't think I could do my grounding exercises right now, even if I wanted to. My senses are all officially overwhelmed by Adrian, boiled down to one confusing, nameless emotion.
Hey, you're cold.
he says, already untying the belt of my robe and pulling it off his broad shoulders that I'm constantly trying not to notice. I'm not that cold, but I don't stop him from slipping the cotton snugly around me and tying the belt into a tiny bow at my waist. This is the effect Adrian has always had on me. All 10 years of our friendship have been a fever dream of yearning for moments like this, then freezing when they happen, because I know that for him, it's all just fun.
Better?
Better isn't the word I'd use. It's borderline unbearable to feel so much at once like this. I mumble, steeping my teabag just so I have something to do with my hands. He's facing me now, my gaze set on my woolen socks pressed up against the edges of the slippers he's wearing. They must be at least 2 sizes too small on him. He tips my face up.
Why can't we talk about it?
Because that was part of the deal. Remember? I was your fake date to the wedding. We were pretending for one night. Now it's a new day.
So there's nothing to talk about? Not even how you panicked and left me on your couch after we kissed?
At each tick of the tea timer, my brain supplies another reason why I'm terrified to have this conversation. What I'm most afraid to hear him say. It won't change things. It didn't mean anything. We can just go back to being friends.
Please, Mel, say something.
There's an unsteadiness to his voice that I'm not used to, and when I dare to meet his eyes, they're darker than their usual golden brown. What did you mean in your speech at the wedding? It wasn't what you practiced. For someone who spends so much of her time overthinking, I sure can be impulsive when it comes to Adrian. He scratches at the back of his neck, backing up slightly.
Not impressed with my improv.
If you regret the kiss, please just tell me. We can go back to the way things were, pretend it never happened, whatever you want. His eyes are Earl Grey now, and my heartbeat is in my throat.
I don't.
I understand. I never should have kissed you, knowing I was the only one with feelings. It doesn't have to ruin our friendship. Confusion passes over his features.
That's where you're wrong, Mel.
You don't want to stay friends? He shakes his head ruefully, thumb brushing over my knuckles.
Nah, Mel. I went off script because all I could think about the whole night was every moment over the past 10 years where I was falling in love with you. I don't regret the kiss. You're not the only one with feelings.
Tears are cascading down my cheeks now. And you just realized it last night, during our fake date? He pulls me closer, and I nestle into him until I'm flush against his chest.
I've known it for a long, long time.
Why didn't you just tell me? He laughs and brushes a kiss to my forehead.
You're not the only one who's allowed to be scared, you know.
The tea timer chimes behind us.
Tea is ready.
I smile, and warmth fills me to the brim. So am I.
Thank you for listening to today's story. Did you enjoy it? Which part stood out to you the most? Do you have a favorite character or moment? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like this video and share it with others to help support the channel. Your engagement keeps us motivated to bring you more amazing stories. See you in the next one.